here. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for me? Here I am. If you're not familiar with my channel, um, I am Zen. My channel was quite big, and due to some things on the YouTubes, I've taken down most of my videos. So, all of those videos, wow, like there's 3,000 of them, and now there's only a few. And they covered just about anything you could think of. Yes, anything you could think of. Fasting, water fasting, juice fasting, Shivambukalpa, health, well-being, uh, magical arts, all sorts of things. Etymology, history, all sorts of crazy things. Anyways, so I'll be reintroducing those videos in a new way, and also turning this basically into more classroom stuff. Because, I don't know, I would like to maintain this channel, so I can't really go as in-depth on things as I normally do. So we'll keep these kind of light and, I don't know, maybe I'll do some more topical things. Oh, and there's always humor and education. Thus, edu-tainment. It's entertainment, I think. If you're entertained, let me know. If you're not entertained, keep that to yourself. So who's there? What's up? Oh, and for people that don't know this, there is a way to donate to me. I'm like, why would I donate to you? I don't even, what do you do? Well, you'll see. You'll hear. You'll understand soon enough. I will try to re-release some of the old videos that I have in their completion, but most of it I'm just going to touch on some of the things and then do larger in-depth classes, especially on etymology, some gematria stuff, I suppose, astrology, magic stuff. Who's here? Yeah, let's all be crazy, right? What's up, Will Johnson? Yeah, what is? Yeah, that was the title. Yeah, normal crazy. Because I was out yesterday and having the fun times, and I don't know, just like a couple people were just like, hey, you're weird, you're crazy, you're weird. And I'm like, I don't know, who are these normal ones? What is a normal crazy? I think I'm normal crazy. I'm just like an oddity, but I don't really see it as that odd to I don't know, think for yourself and educate yourself and become autodidactic. You said, what? Autodidactic? Yes, it's a word. You should look it up. Oh, and then have, like, I don't know, just freedom of expression and highly educated, quick witted with quips, and and I don't know, being funny somewhat. I guess I'm kind of funny sometimes. Anyway, so what should we talk about? Let's talk about crazy, I guess. What do I find crazy? Well, the lunatics have always run the asylum, but it's excessive at this point. Like the real deal lunatics. Like the complete. It's an overload of humor to me. Like right now, there's a few comedians that I wish were still alive, so they could give their 2 cents on everything. Patrice O'Neill would be great. Greg Giraldo would be great. Carlin, obviously. I mean, there's quite a few comedians out there that, like, there's some, but they're still as good as they are. They still kind of peck around the ideas. They don't like dive deep in. There's a couple. Andrew Schultz is out there. Burr is out there. You know, there's Mark Normand. There's a few. I do wonder what crazy is to people. Like, people, like, who isn't on drugs, honestly? No, for real. Like, drugs are drugs. Who isn't? I'd like to find these people. The normal people that aren't on drugs. It's like, what do you mean on drugs? Smoking the weed? No, that's not what I mean. That is the drug, sure. I mean, prescription drugs, medications. Who is not doctored? You have curious, these conundrums, these questions. So they're not even conundrums anymore. Now it's just like, we're in a stew of silliness. That's where the world is, a stew of silliness. It's completely bizarre. It's bizarre beyond belief. It's like, what are you not entertained? Are you not entertained at this world right now? Yeah, being authentic and real, it's a difficult thing. Like at what cost? At what cost? I mean, some people are just too, they always talk about people are scared, like the fear of the world. No, I don't know if it's that all the time. I think some people just really are not that. Like they've been trained and over educated into not being able to think. Their ability to process information in any way has been removed. People are basically just reflectors of something. They just hear something and they repeat. The repeaters. They can't really process and do anything with information. They can't figure things out. I think you'd call it critical thinking. We live in a society full of non-critical thinkers. And I don't know why they call it critical thinking, because it's not even that critical. It's like, it's just what you'd observe something, you'd be like, well, I'm curious as to how that works and why that works. And the problem is, like, we could go to the Google, or we could go to the DuckDuckGo, or the whatever. You can look it up, but you're gonna find a lot of different answers. If you really got into it, you'd find a lot of different answers. And then you'd have to go, well, which one seems the best? Is it the most popular one? Oftentimes it is not. You guys should have seen it earlier. I was hanging with the ducks, and now there was literally, because it was just duck birthing season. There's like, I don't like exaggerating in stories because I think it ruins them. But there's probably 60 ducks to 60 to 100 ducks. Some are geese, some are the smaller ones, some are the mallards, some were the white ones. No swan. The swans do not come over. They don't come up on the ground too often. But yeah, it was crazy. I sat down, and like the two that I know very well, if you guys don't know this, they see me and they run over, and then they like start saying something to the rest of the ducks, and all of a sudden the rest of them just like flocked to me, and I sat down, and they were just walking all over me. I was just sitting there, and they have the audacity. They walk all over me now, like in a funny way. Like normally they wouldn't let me, like they wouldn't want to. You can't pet them. No, they come right over. They just like walk all over my feet. One was like basically in my lap. I'm like, these are just wild ducks. And ooh, there's I'm not playing with that wasp right now. Get out of here! I'm gonna punch you in the face, wasp. Yes, I was talking about the white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. The wasps. Familiar with that? The NIMBYs and the wasps. I guess that's kind of more of a 90s reference, isn't it? I don't know. So what else up in here? I guess the rest of this show, as people show up, I have so many shit because I haven't made any videos in the past couple weeks due to copyright nonsense. I have a bunch of shows like on the back burner that I'm going to make, but for this one, I guess I will just sit and entertain y'all. Anybody has any queries into things or questions or something silly to talk about? Let's talk about the media for a second, because I was watching two of the greatest living comedians. Very, very educated, observant, yet they were having, it was Mark Normand and Tom Segura, and they're having a conversation about the media, and the great thing was they were just saying how like everything is so reactionary now, and it's like they can't, like, it's so ridiculous. blah blah blah. But they were saying it like, which is great because they see what it is and how ridiculous it is. But they were comparing it to the media in, say, the 90s, like when they grew up. You knew the anchors, and they didn't have opinion. They were just giving you the story, and they were giving you the whatever, and not even understanding that the media has never been like, there's not these investigative journalists. No, they're just reading a story that was like prompted for them. That's all they do. They're repeaters. Reporters are repeaters. It's the same. It's what they do. They're just repeating off the script, a prompt. They're not out there like in Gotham City, like, oh, we've got to go find Superman and go. None of that's happening. That's not. It's I don't know. They just couldn't. They couldn't. They couldn't understand that part. They thought that there was a time that what they're reading and what they're seeing was at least somewhat true. I was like, no, that's probably never been. It's so not even close. The news, the media, it's never been. It's like everything that's fiction is nonfiction. Everything that's nonfiction is fiction. The stuff that you see, like, granted, there's a good story there, but it's nowhere near factual on the news. Never. It's always you ever see those pictures? It's a picture, and you see it's like there's somebody on the ground, and there's a gun to their head, and that's what you see. But then you see the second version of the picture, and you realize that the person is bending over, and they have a canteen of water, but the gun was sticking like this, and it looked like the person was handing them water. But then you look at a larger view of the picture, and there was another person there's a whole, it's the small piece of the picture that's painted, and it's not even, most of the time it has nothing to do with, like, in the beginning you're like, oh, there's a guy's got a gun to his head. Like, no, that's not actually what was happening at all. It's like if you were to take a picture of this right here, just this part of the tree, you wouldn't know what kind of tree it was, but you'd be like, oh, I could tell what kind of tree. You don't know. Could you tell where someone, you can't have the expansive view of the landscape, and especially in the media, that's not their point. That's not what they're doing. Never has been. It's to control perception. It's perception management systems, PMS. It's the way to control the process of information technology and the processing perception. How do people perceive things? That's what everybody is doing. Like, if for instance, if you're a parent and your child falls off their bike, you want them to you would adjust what they're paying attention to. You'd be like, oh, hey, look at hey, this is funny. Look, there's a butterfly. There's something, because you want what they're focused on, what they're paying attention to. You want that to be it. And that's what everyone's doing that. But the media is, when it's the fact that not everyone gets it. That everybody thinks that, like, the fact that people still argue about CNN or Fox or Republicans and Democrats, it's just, I don't know. I don't even know where to go with that. It's not even a joke. It's just like, but that's the people you walk amongst, the people that would argue about that. Like if I say something pro the last administration, it would sound that way, and like, oh, you support, like, no, like, I'm just saying, like, as compared to now, and I can say something positive now compared to them. I don't. It's people don't understand. It's the same. It's the same thing. It's the same system. It's been going on for as long as you can remember. And people don't understand that. What aren't you getting about, especially about the media? What don't people get about that? Like, you realize for the media to exist, there's commercials. So the commercials, paying the money, influence the direction of what the story is. You think they're gonna have an ad for Coca-Cola, and then the next piece they do is, well, here's the truth about what Coca-Cola does. They go into communities and suck up all the clean water and turn it into Coca-Cola and enslave these people and put them into poverty when they were doing, they can't do that. Why would they ever do that? They're being paid by the corporation, like whatever the commercials are. Who is supporting that? Who's supporting the bullshit? People, isn't that something? I don't know. Did I take some special education classes? Like, was the simple 101 business class I took in high school? Didn't everybody take that? Didn't everybody get that piece of information? I thought everybody did. And it's even people that are in business that have taken marketing classes. I know people that have done that for a living, and they still can't see how that is influences politics. Yeah, they make more. They make more. Let's see. So their idea of war and money is energy. They make more energy, but they're not seeing the complete picture, because it's just like in the end of capitalism, the end of certain cycles and things. Like you can only war so much until there's no war to be had, because there'll be no people left. And so all the money, you could have all the money in the world, what are you going to do with it? Money isn't the thing, it's energy. You have to understand that you can produce energy. Cooperation is of a higher order in every day than conflict. You can have as much conflict as you want. Like you think it's like people that really believe that competition fuels innovation. They're not understanding it. They're not understanding. Look at the quality of products we have right now. Go look at the products that are being sold. They're garbage. But if everybody cooperated and made a better product, everything could be cheaper and it'd be a better thing for people to have. So it's of a higher value and a higher order. But no, competition fuels. No, it doesn't. It doesn't fuel innovation. It fuels some people to have more and others to have less. Doesn't really. It's not. It's not long. It's not sustainable long term. Oh, somebody's got a. Oh, nice. This kid's got an RC car. You hear it? You know little RC radio control cars. So this grass that I'm on, check it out. Check this grass out right here. See how awesome it is? It's like basically I don't know. It's like a fairway for a golf course. I don't know if you ever went golfing before. The greatest thing about a golf course is taking your shoes off and walking on it barefooted. And this right here is like a golf course. And anyway, so he's got an RC car that he's driving all over it. It's pretty rad. Looks pretty fast too. So yeah, what's up everybody else? What's up Divine? What you been up to? I'll probably do more shows. I'll do more shows during a day, but for less hours at a time. And then I'll do more. We'll get more in depth in things where I'll do more classroom settings, but it won't be on here. I will not get as deep into things because it's not economically viable for me at this point. So, especially because now I have to be like, I have to go. I might offend a censor. You know what the problem with censorship is? There you go. That's the problem with it. What did you say? The problem with it is. See that. Now I want an RC car. Anybody want to buy? Hey, this is also for anybody that hasn't been here. This is a belated birthday celebration. Because you guys were not able to have a birthday time with me on my actual birthday because my channel was squashed for a second. So if anybody wants to buy me a birthday drink or a birthday cake or an RC car or whatever, feel free. You can donate to me. And if you put in the thing like, hey, it's for this is for a beer, or this is for rent, or this is for an RC car, I'll use it for that. PayPal, Cash App, all that stuff. And also for people that don't know this, I do one-on-ones. You can hit me up at Theo Luminous. Theo meaning God, Luminous meaning light. Theo, Luminous. All that should be beneath. If I haven't put my email in there, I'll try to do that later today. Yeah, and I do one-on-ones. So if you guys have any more in-depth, furthering questions about anything very specific, maybe you're maybe you have hemorrhoids and you don't want to talk about it out here. You don't want people to know you got like a bloody butthole or something. Teach you how to fix that. Stop sitting on fences. That would be number one. No more crutches. Nice. Yeah, you were saying that. You were saying that yesterday. That's awesome. Yeah, that's the one thing. Knock on. Never really had knee problems. One time I did. I'll say that. I was doing squats, and I have because I played a lot of soccer growing up, and I wore shoes that were too big. My gait is a little screwed up, so I was trying to fix my posture while I was doing squats, and I shouldn't have done that. I inverted my posture too much and screwed my knee up for a couple days. No good. Ankles though, I've torn my ankles up over the years. They're working pretty all right now though. Oh, and also, if people want to know about body mechanics, gating mechanisms, I don't know, health, well-being, herbs, posture. I might know some things about this stuff. Also, I burp once in a while, which one or two people were not a big fan of. Can't please everybody, huh? Some people are like, I love your beard. Some people are like, shave your beard, you look like an idiot. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Can't do both. Shave half of my face? So would that work for people? Maybe I'll do a second show where you guys get to see all the duck friends that I have. And there's a lot of them. It was absolute insanity. There was a point I was like, oh my god, because geese are kind of big and they fight sometimes. And they were kind of all up in my grill piece. I was like, oh, you guys are about to fight right there. Don't fight and do all the wing stuff and hit me with the wing. I don't need that. Turn them into goose wings. I wonder if goose wings taste good. Chicken wings are good, right? Duck wings? Remember Darkwing Duck? Well, check it out. This was just a friendly hello, and I'll do another show in a little bit. I'm gonna plug my phone in anyways, and go get inside for a second. It's a little hot right now. About to be like 90, 93, 94 today. So I'm gonna get a little inside coolness, and then maybe I'll come back in a little bit and do a couple more shows, and maybe I'll have a couple topics. Who knows? Or they'll just be hellos and welcome back kind of things. We'll see. But thanks for showing up, guys. Good to see everybody. And we will talk soon. Good to see you, Divine, and whoever else wasn't here. And we'll talk soon. Toodles.